Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to, is it week 13? Yeah, week 13 I think. Or maybe week 14. One of the two. But welcome to my fat to fit transformation, not the other way around. What the hell am I thinking?
When I'm blue, I think of you in your eyes. How they look at mine, so kinda like that. You slow down time and everything's just fine. I was ocean.
Fat to fit transformation, not the other way around. What the hell am I thinking? My mind's all over the place. But today is Friday. We got home a bit early. We got 8,000 steps in for today, which I'm pretty happy with. I'll be happy with any number between 5 and 10,000. We went to the gym this morning, didn't record that because I'm gonna do quite a bit of activities tomorrow. But right now we're just cooking a bit of prep meal and a juicy steak. So as you can see here, we've got a nice rump steak. I think it's Angus Pure from Malone's. Hooked us up with a pretty good deal. But right now we just had this chicken, the drumstick fillet. So I just chucked a bit of smoked paprika and it was already marinated with herb and garlic and all that stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that 600 grams of chicken and that 350 gram steak. So we'll just have the 350 gram steak with 200 grams of chicken, then we'll divide the other 200 grams of chicken for Sunday and Monday. For the activities tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some basketball trainings, just a couple of shooting drills. Of course, going to the driving range, pretty happy with that. And we'll finally go swimming. I think it's about time. We've been putting it off for the last 5 weeks. So can't be afraid of the water anymore. Yeah, especially after leg days. But you know, enough time has passed at leg day on the Wednesday, and now it is Saturday tomorrow. So I think we'll go for an afternoon swim. We'll start with golf in the morning, basketball training just after lunch. Well, we don't have lunch, it's a low calorie liquid fasting day. So I just wanted to challenge myself just a little bit with a few extra activities just to see how the body holds up. In terms of doing a bit more cardio than normal. Obviously, the goal is to, burn a couple of hundred calories with golf and swimming, and doing a 30 minutes to 1 hour session of basketball training / shooting training. So right now, I'm just going to go over my basketball highlights. And overall, I did play with a bit of intensity last week just to see how the body would hold up, and played with pretty good intensity, good layup, a couple of good shots, played with a bit of tenacity on defense. Wish I got the ball a bit more, but that's just the nature of basketball. Obviously I'm the biggest dude on the court, so if I want to make something happen, I usually have to take it into my own hands because I got that inherent advantage. So obviously people can run around me, to a certain extent, but my lateral side to side is pretty quick, but obviously, people can shoot, people can play, and it's really good to see everyone turn up every Sunday. I think I have to make basketball training a bit more consistent, but kind of liking golf at the moment, but I've got to find a balance between the two. So obviously we'll go swimming once a week. I think that's a good starting point, and then we'll build up as the weeks go on. Same with shooting and basketball training, like actual basketball, not like in the gym. So we'll do that once a week, and bumping up the gym days from 3 to 4. So we're kind of really picking up the pace a little bit in terms of physical activity. So I'll have to look at the calories if I need to add more, but we'll just see how that goes. So hope you guys enjoyed the few little highlights that I have, but I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm just gonna flip these steaks here. You guys can watch me flip them. Hopefully they didn't turn out too bad. Oh, that is perfect. Chris, you're just so good. I'm just so good at cooking, bro. Like, I'm crazy about it. But that's enough about me. Gonna see me tomorrow at the golf driving range, probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Right now, we did go to North Lakes last week, which is pretty good. But we'll go back to Flight Path out in Berrima. How's it going, everyone? Saturday morning. We're gonna do some irons practice. We're pretty confident with our driver now. Maybe we'll give free wood a go, but right now we're just using pitching wedge. Go to the golf range at least once a week, you know. Let's get a couple of practice swings in. Got to make sure it's nice and even. Watched a couple of videos on tutorials and stuff. But right now it's just warming up and committing to the swing, you know, which is a bit of a challenge. So I just want to keep my body stiff as possible on this side specifically, and then maybe have a little bit of lift, just depends how my feet feel. Yeah, that felt nice. But I think we're just gonna shoot 40 balls today, nothing too crazy, maybe 80. It's a nice day today, overcast, cloudy. It's pretty nice weather for Darwin, to be honest. A bit of wind, so you might see my camera move here or there, but that is the nature of the beast. I'll probably move my mic down here actually. So pitching wedge. I think pitching wedge meant to go like, is it like 100 meters, something like that? Can't quite remember the numbers, but right now we're just aiming for that flag there, not committing to a full swing. So we'll just tilt here a little bit. So it's a bit high, it's to the left. So I've got to dial it down a little bit to hit that flag. I don't like have a 50 degree or anything like that. It's just a basic golf set that I have. I think it's titanium clubs. Yeah, so the golf guy in the golf shop told me that they're about 15 years old, which is not too bad. Probably get a little more life out of them, but keep aiming for that flag for a couple of shots. So that one's right on line, just a bit over. So I don't have the right club for this. So we did top that one just a little bit. So that one is a bit long again. Alright, so we just got to dial it back. Dial it back, Chris, come on. Just got to stand parallel to the ball. Go for maybe a 60% swing here. That's right on line. And we hit the mound. So that is enough for the pitching wedge. What's the club I haven't used yet? Because pitching wedge and 9 are pretty similar, and I got 40 balls. We'll commit to an 8 iron here, so I think 8 iron's meant to go 140, 150 meters, so for my American viewers, that's about 168 to 170 yards if my calculations are correct. So let's see if we can get it right at those goalposts. I think that's the optimal range, those AFL goalposts. So my heart rate's gone up to like 95 to 100, so golf's no joke, or I'm just useless. We'll see. Alright, so I gotta make sure my arms are like that. Let's commit to a 80% swing here. Aim Hey, that flag over there at the about 150, just before 150, so 140. So perfect swing for an 8 iron. So that's right on line. Perfect distance, but to the left. So that's pretty good. Just left of the flag. Try that again. They had a little bit of a fade to it. No, a draw, which I don't naturally do, so. Yeah, topped it again. So that is just right of the flag. That was pretty good. So we hit the flag there. So now we'll move to, so that was 8 iron. We'll go with the 6. Alright, so, yep. Distance control was fine, but it was way left. Alright, that's better. We'll move to a 5. Alright, so yeah, right in between those goalposts again with the 5. See, clubs aren't in the best shape, but it is what it is. To the left again. Give it a couple more tries with the 5. I think this is a 3. So see how a 3 iron goes off the ground. So definitely draws to the left. I'm probably driving the 3 wood about 250. Yeah. Alright, that's a bit better. It's not too bad, but you can see it's got quite a bit of damage to it. I'll have to get them properly cleaned. So far off the perfect lie, we're actually hitting it pretty well. So we'll stand back a little bit, make sure we get it straight. Aim right for that tree. All right, so that was probably our best hit yet. So definitely mishit that. Arms are straight, natural curve in the body, and we'll let it rip. So that was finally straight, but we underswung that. We'll give the hybrid a go. So that's the hybrid. Not in the best shape, but I would say it's the hardest to hit. So that's a perfect hit right there. That's going about right in between the goalposts, 180 meters. So we're pretty happy with that. That was straight. So that was a stinger, but we're not meant to be doing stingers with hybrids. So I don't know how I did that. So natural fade there, but it's to the right. We kind of hit it 2 under the ball, but Go for our last shot. Yeah, not that great. So let's give this one full intent. All right, so that's perfect. Finally at the tree. So our very last shot was the perfect shot. So pretty much wraps it up for the golf range. I'm gonna have a small break and get to basketball. I'll see you on the court. All right, so we were meant to be shooting hoops today, but the court's not available, and I think I want to commit to swimming just a little bit because I've been skipping it the last couple of weeks. So we're gonna see how many laps we can do. Hoping I can do a couple non-stop at least, but the goal is to try to do anywhere from, let's just say 500 meters for today. So 10 laps of a 50-meter pool or 20 laps of a 25-meter pool. It's going to be a bit tough because, you know, I haven't been swimming for years. So we'll attempt actual swimming in terms of laps in general. So we're going to be treating swimming like more like recovery with inflammation and stuff like that, and just to see if we can swim a decent distance, so that if we ever attempt a, you know, I'm not going to say an Ironman or anything like that in the future, but just to know that we're a good swimmer, like just better than the average person is probably the goal. Oh, all right, so we just finished swimming. Yeah, but as you can tell, probably should invest in goggles because my eyes look absolutely blazed right now. So they're definitely a bit red from the chlorine in the pool, but pretty happy with how that turned out. Couldn't film there, unfortunately. It was peak hour. Just so many people here, eh? And in the big pool, they actually had teenagers swimming. So I asked the lifeguards there and they said, maybe when there's no teenagers around and you need permission and all that stuff, and I don't want to bother asking every single parent that had a teenager there. So next time when we go swimming, it'll definitely be not in peak hour. I'm surprised peak hour is in the afternoon on a Saturday. I think it's, that focuses, yeah, 30-minute swim, 11 to 12 laps in a 50-meter pool. So we just swam over 500 meters. The average, we were doing a combination of breaststroke and freestyle. And overall, I think, and we'll finish it. There we go. I didn't finish it. All right, so here we go. That's how, just getting used to this watch. So pool swim minus the 6 minutes was 30 minutes, 7:34 pace per 100. So pretty happy with that. 300 calories, and the average heart rate was around 116 beats per minute. So been looking to improve over those numbers. But anyways, I'm gonna head home, relax a little bit, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and I'll show you my update on my, I guess my Game Boy Color, see how my Pokemon are looking. Pokemon Master once more, my 30s, the memes are real. They do. But this is my collagen drink, just the usual bone broth. Might as well just show you guys the actual packet for you fellas here in Australia and ladies. So yeah, just use that bone broth body glue. It's 100% grass-fed collagen, makes up to 5 liters, 200 grams, mild neutral flavor. As you can see, the ingredients are literally grass-fed bones and evaporated sea salt. So can't get any more better than that, ladies and gentlemen. But I think we're gonna weigh ourselves. But before we do, actually, we'll do it now. We'll get out of the way now, and then close out with my Pokemons, bro. My Pokemon Crystal journey. I think I've got a couple of badges now and evolved some Pokemon. So, all right, it's moment of truth. Adjust the camera a little bit. See how this transpires. All right, so not too bad. 166.3. minus the camera. So we're just gonna call it 166 even. So we've lost 1.5 kilos this week, which I'm pretty happy about. So week 13, we got a tough 2 weeks ahead of us, or 2-something weeks ahead of us, because we're actually probably gonna go for our first run out there in the wilderness. But yeah, we finally got the running shoes. I might as well show you the running shoes real quick. We got new socks too. Might as well get new socks because my socks had holes in them, bro. So yeah, just some Everlast socks. And size 14 extra wide. But nevertheless, pretty happy with that. Swam 11, 12 laps non-stop. Pretty happy. But we might as well quickly show you guys where I am on my Pokemon journey. So we got a Heracross here, level 25. He's pretty Giga Chad. Attacks, stats, all that good stuff. We evolved our Teddy Ursa to Ursaring, one of my favorite Pokemon. Ursaring is just a Giga Chad. We called him Ted for obvious reasons. Pretty high attack stat. We evolved a Natu into a Xatu, one of the better special attack flying Pokemon in the game, psychic and flying, I believe. Yep. Then we got our Strider Quilava, will evolve into Typhlosion very soon. Got a Polipuck, Polipuck, that's a good nickname. Poliwell, Waterstone into Poliwrathi boys, and we have a Growlithe that evolved into Arcanine. So we got a pretty stacked team. It's Pokemon Crystal, so eventually we'll turn that off now, it's fine. Turn off. But that pretty much wraps up week 13 of my weight loss journey. Pretty happy with this week, 1.5 kilos. And swimming non-stop for 30 minutes, so it just shows that my fitness is still there. But we're not gonna upgrade our clubs anytime soon. I think what we'll do is, if we get par, if we get par on a golf course, then we'll buy new clubs. I think that's how we're gonna work it. So obviously we added that to the challenge. The swimming is more about recovery, but probably chuck that down there. 20 laps non-stop, so a kilometer straight. So yeah, we're treating the swimming just like recovery. Inflammation, felt pretty good. My body feels pretty loose, pretty relaxed. And I think the golf swing opened up my body a little bit more. So felt pretty chill when we went swimming. And we swam for 30 minutes non-stop, freestyle and breaststroke. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Appreciate all the support, comments, and being part of the Strider community and family. And really appreciate all the positive remarks and the encouragement just to keep on going, because we've got the rest of this year to get it done. But so far we're on track. I think we'll aim to lose 2 kilos in the next, is it April 12th? Yeah. So we'll aim to lose you know what, let's go for 4.5 to 5 kilos for the rest of the month. So the next 18 days, we're gonna aim for 4.5 to 5 kilos weight loss. Anything more will be a blessing. But we'll go out with my slogan from my Fat to Fit transformation series, which is be grateful for the past so you can appreciate the present, so you can strive to the future. It's Chris Strider. Thanks guys for watching. Appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be most likely Chris or Big Boy goes for a run. Yeah, he just goes for a run. It's been about 7 years since we went for a run, so a bit nervous, but I think the body will hold up based off how swimming and basketball is going. And yeah, I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Tell your family that you love them, and we'll see you next time.